are marching towards Europe in the WWE world. The Clash in Paris in France, August 31st. The next premium live event on Peacock for the 2025 calendar year. We are, of course, fresh off of SummerSlam, and the WWE traveling circus is in Canada right now. That's kind of fun for the Canadians. They don't get up to the Quebec area very often. I think last night was just the second Raw episode ever to happen in Quebec City.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after this, we come back to the States for a week before heading over to Ireland, the UK, and then this big paid live event here in France to cap off August. And we're starting to get some sense of the card and some matches that are going to be happening. Of course, on SmackDown last week, we had the John Cena and Logan Paul matchup announced, which kind of came out of left field. And
yeah, that was unexpected.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily having that match on my bingo card, but not a bad match. I'm excited for Logan Paul to get a push. And have a main event profile with a character like John Cena. And then last night, the card continued to materialize. The big news coming out of Raw last night has to be this big fatal four-way World Heavyweight Championship match that was announced. Seth Rollins has to defend against CM Punk, LA Knight, and Yeet Man Jey Uso.
You think they just threw Jey Uso just to the... as an additional, instead of having 3 men, but we need 4 men.
I don't know what the whole reason to like kind of include him in this was, only that he was down at ringside when all of this was going down at the end of the night. If you are late or didn't see Raw, we had a big CM Punk LA Knight tag team matchup against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. We had a scene earlier in the night where Seth Rollins is like, "Hey guys, have a good match. I'm out." And then he turned around and came and snuck into the ring during the main event, and he didn't leave, apparently. He was still there. And before things got carried out of hand too much, Jey Uso came down with a chair to prevent any further damage to CM Punk and LA Knight from happening, much like we saw, I think, with Roman Reigns last week, taking those tsunamis, playing up the rib angle. We did not see the OTC on Raw this week. More about that in a second. But as all this chaos was happening, we got Adam Pearce coming out and announcing that Seth Rollins is going to have this fatal 4-way title defense at Clash in Paris. Your thoughts, Nika?
Well, I don't mind that match at all for people. It's very similar to the triple threat that women had, except this one has 4 men.
Yeah, we had a bunch of fatal 4-way matchups leading up to King and Queen of the Ring.
Oh, that's right.
So we're definitely familiar with this style of a matchup. And the one thing that just jumps off the page is that no disqualifications. Therefore, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are probably going to be
side
down at ringside, causing trouble, causing problems here.
I totally foresee this happening.
Yeah,
it's going to be those 3 guys, Uso
against
CM
these 3
Punk,
guys, kind
against
of.
the 3 of the Seth of the division.
Sure,
that's the group.
Now the question that immediately brings to the forefront of my mind is, how are the relations between LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso? Is this fragile alliance going to hold? You know, because ultimately it's every man for themselves in a matchup like this. So it's ripe for plot twists, and it's ripe for double crossings and
definitely.
backstabbings and blah blah blah. I kind of feel like, you know, is Seth Rollins in trouble here? On the surface, I feel like it looks like he is, but when I stop and think about it, I feel like there's a bunch of self-sabotage that could happen with the other 3 characters.
Absolutely.
And that kind of leaves the door wide open for Seth Rollins to not necessarily get a clean win here, because I don't think he's going to get a clean win, but I think it opens the door for him to leave with the title.
I don't think you can get a clean win if you have a 4-way fatal match.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the name implies there's gonna be shitload of shenanigans.
Someone's
going
gonna
on.
die, Nika. It's a fatal 4-way
Exactly.
match. No, just kidding. No one's really gonna die. But also, before we move on, I just want to say I really am digging this artwork for the Clash in
Definitely.
Paris. We saw the Logan Paul John Cena poster last week, and now seeing the fatal 4-way here, we have the Starry Nights. The Vincent Van Gogh theme is alive and well in this artwork, and
Definitely.
it's just a breath of fresh air after the black and white SummerSlam.
Do you think this whole situation with the fatal 4-way plays into Jey Uso's "I always help my friends"? I don't necessarily see him being friendly with CM Punk and LA Knight in the same terms as he was with some of the family bloodline. But it kind of plays into it. Why are you helping these two? Like, what is the point of this?
I think, yeah, it was because Roman wasn't there. Like I said, it seemed like he got sort of lumped in with these three
right,
because before he came down. I mean, I know that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker have their own dispute right now with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. They just fought each other at
Right.
SummerSlam as a tag team match.
So is that a spillover from that?
It seems like that is what's happening here, and we saw Roman Reigns already get wrecked after SummerSlam last week with the holding those ribs, taking those tsunamis, and now Jey Uso comes out with a chair. Like, he wasn't messing around. He's not gonna go in there and try and take on all of those guys with his fists alone. And no OTC by his side either. So he brought a chair and avoided further damage, I would say. I don't know if this was so much as like he was helping them out because he likes them or anything. It was more that he has a beef with the other faction right now.
Okay.
So
All right.
now they're lumped into this matchup. This is interesting. Looking at it on the surface, Jey Uso's kind of like the odd guy out here in the sense that, like, Seth Rollins and LA Knight have beef right now. Seth Rollins and CM Punk have beef right now. CM Punk and LA Knight have beef right now. The three of them don't really have beef with each other. I would say Jey Uso has beef with Seth Rollins' faction and
But
Paul
not-
Heyman,
yeah.
but they're not directly been like feuding on the mic with each other at all.
It's a relationship of convenience at the moment.
Yeah. Is
I
there
scratch my back, or enemy of my enemy is my friend type of deal.
Absolutely.
That's what this
100%.
is.
And you can kind of see, just like I said, without seeing them on the poster, how this is setting up to be like a 3-on-3 situation
Mm-hmm.
almost. If there's no disqualifications, there's nothing stopping Seth Rollins from coming down to ringside with his muscle.
I expect it. I expect it. And I expect the same thing maybe with Jey Uso. Somebody will be there in his corner.
Well, any other early predictions for this matchup?
Oh, yeah, sure. I will give you one.
Okay.
Seth Rollins is going to retain the belt.
Absolutely. I don't see how he wouldn't. I mean, I'm giving myself the opportunity here to revise when we do
Sure.
our official prediction show before the event. But as of right now, I'm with you. This is going to end with Seth Rollins retaining, and these three are going to somehow sabotage each other from winning because only one can win.
Absolutely.
And that's the one thing Seth Rollins has over all of them, is that they are going to work together against Seth Rollins possibly, but at the end of the day, they're going to have to turn on each other then, and he's not going to turn on any of them. They're already turned against
Oh,
him.
yeah.
So,
Oh, definitely. That's
all
gonna
right.
happen.
Well, this is going to be a fun matchup, and I'm going to look forward to the dramatic build-up and see how the events unfold, as we build into this match.
I hope there will be some storylines continued from it, like some spilled over feuds that
Yeah.
will carry over almost to WrestleMania
Yeah.
42.
No doubt. And it's nice to also see LA Knight get pushed up into a card with CM Punk, Jey Uso,
Yes.
and Seth Rollins. 'Cause
Absolutely.
He did not get to be in SummerSlam. He was great in Money in the Bank. And yeah. All right. We're not quite moving on.
sorry.
We're sticking on Bronson Reed and OTC for a second
Oh.
because, Bronson Reed came out last night and WWE posted this picture on their Twitter X feed here. What happens if Bronson is here? That's Bronson Reed's X handle. Bronson is here, collects all 6 pairs. Wait, 6 pairs. Are you saying there's going to be 12 shoes?
I want to
6
see
pairs? I mean, did they make a typo here? Because he's got 4 pair, not 4 pairs, but he's got 4 individual shoes right now.
Maybe they counting shoes as
I
one
mean,
shoe.
I'm just saying we are 4 pairs away from 6, and that's a lot more Air Jordans that are going to get stolen. And boy, oh boy, that poor Roman Reigns' feet. Like,
Oh, I just want to see all those 12 pairs hanging on his neck.
yeah,
And
that's
walking.
a lot.
I want to see it.
It would be like a wardrobe in and of its own.
Oh, I know. Walking wardrobe.
Well, we also got this nickname from WWE, the Tribal Thief.
Great name. It's a great name.
Absolutely. All this is making me ask the question here, Nika. What is the end game here with him stealing the shoes?
eBay store.
eBay store. Bronson Reed is gonna open an eBay shop apparently and give these away to the highest bidder.
I think they're going to make up at some point. Roman Reigns going to sign these shoes, and then they're going to go on the eBay.
Interesting. So is that Bronson Reed is gonna flip factions and join like the Tribal Chiefs side?
No, this
Or
is on
he's-
the downside.
Oh, this is on the down low in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Are we going to have a match for these shoes back or
Yes,
anything? Like,
I
is there going to
think
be
so.
real stakes involved
so.
in getting these shoes back? And
I think that's going to lead to Roman Reigns, OTC, and Bronson Reed match.
is it going to happen in Paris for these Air Jordans?
Maybe.
Interesting. Jordan is a worldwide brand, no doubt. Just hilarious that it's all about Air Jordans in the end.
I know. Maybe they make a little statue out of like a golden shoe at the end.
All right. Well, the Tribal Thief nickname, 10 out of 10 from me. Really curious to see where they go with this whole storyline. Love to see Bronson Reed interacting even with the audience.
I know, it's fun.
Like, I don't even like him. I just take him anyway. It's funny. And it plays into this whole idea. We've been watching Unreal, WWE, the behind the scenes making of, and it plays into this whole idea that Triple H is not afraid to just use fan footage or these fan interactions as part of the storyline.
Everybody has a camera. There's always camera on you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's turn our attentions to some breaking news that we got yesterday before Raw, Nika. Naomi was due to have a championship defense against Iyo Sky last night on Raw. And it was even marketed just a few hours before the event was about to start. Even the day before here, you can see the timestamp on this poster. And then we got this tweet yesterday at 2:10 from the official WWE account. Breaking news, Naomi is not medically cleared to compete, and therefore her scheduled match against Iyo Sky will not take place tonight on Monday Night Raw. Tune in tonight for continuing coverage on this developing story. Well, I tuned in to Raw and watched every single second of it, and there was discussion about this match being canceled, but they didn't really give any updates at all on Naomi herself. We only got to see the fallout of Iyo Sky, and her not having this matchup tonight led to her having a match instead with Roxanne Perez. That match ended badly with the Kabuki Warriors inadvertently costing Iyo Sky the win. She was kind of down on her country mates, if you will, after the matchup, and had some dramatic fallout with Rhea Ripley as well. And Iyo Sky saying basically like, hey, stay out of my business.
Are they starting new storylines between Rhea and Iyo, or Iyo and Stephanie Vaquer? Because she was also there.
Yeah, Iyo Sky and Stephanie Vaquer had a little of a
Chat?
skirmish, I would say, as far as words go, about, you know, the fact that Stephanie does have this title opportunity in Paris. She earned it through legitimate means, and nobody can take that away from her.
Right.
Now, I want to turn our attentions back to Naomi or not, because I think there was some confusion when this happened over what was going on. And, you know, like we just had the whole Seth Rollins situation. We've also had the Liv Morgan situation. And when you have things coming out through official channels and you live in this world of what's real and what's not, I was asking the question, is this a real injury or a sickness? Is she just sick? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, anyways, as if you followed our show at all, you'll know that we are big fans of at the Trinity Fatu account on X. That is Naomi's official Twitter handle account. So she tweets a hell of a lot.
It's entertaining.
And it is a hell of a channel. If you are not subscribed, you are missing out on nearly daily entertainment. And I say nearly because up until a couple days ago, she had been posting almost daily entertaining stuff, blurbs, just little behind the scenes nuggets, but she never breaks character really.
Okay.
Anyhow, when I first saw this breaking news, I was like, oh, let me go check Naomi's X page and figure out what's going on here. And I saw that she had not tweeted at all since August 8th. And this was yesterday, August 11th. So it was like a 3-day gap. That's highly unusual for her. I got a little nervous. And then I saw this, Nika.
Gas, no brakes.
Oops.
Alrighty then. So you will recognize Naomi's Money in the Bank suitcase scooter conversion that she
Wait.
got a few weeks ago.
I'm
She's been
sorry.
riding this thing around.
So is that the legit suitcase?
Yeah.
It's
the
the
suitcase, the Money in the Bank suitcase was turned into this motorized scooter. It has her caution tape branding on it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. She was riding it around at the SummerSlam pregame show.
I
if
didn't
you'll
realize
remember.
they had a suitcase. in it.
Yeah, it's the Money in the Bank suitcase.
So you sit on the suitcase and you
Yes.
drive around. Oh, cool.
Yes, you do. However, now this video freezes frame in its original release, just like we watched it here.
Uh-huh. So
And
this is it.
we don't see whatever is making that glass breaking crash sound. We just
Gotcha.
see her kind of slamming on the brakes, and that's it.
Well, it looks like she's flying over the handles. So somewhat.
It does look like that. So my question for you here, Nika, is this a real injury or story, or is this all based off of this video that happened? And what is the storyline here?
Was the video posted before the announcement was made?
It was posted a few days before the announcement was made.
Huh. I think it's a work.
Yeah, I think it's a work too. I think this has to do with this video. Whatever happened last night is tied into the release of this video. We don't know what happened. We
But
hear
let's say-
glass breaking and a
True.
crash impact, but we don't know what was crashed into or what the impact was. And I say this all as a storyline point.
Okay, I buy that completely. Even if feels under the weather a little bit, that plays into it. So you kill two birds with one stone.
So let me get this clear. You're just to confirm, you're saying that Naomi is not going to show herself on TV the next time we see her in like full bandages from the hospital as a work, that she like crashed into some glass and cut herself up into pieces or what? That's not going to be part of the story.
I don't know. She might not use the bandages. She might just use a caution tape.
How about caution tape bandages?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to see it then.
Oof.
It's a lot of makeup to go through.
I got to be honest, this one's got me really like confused, head scratcher. I have really no idea where they're going with this, but I do feel strongly that this video
Plays
is
into it.
tied into the announcement that happened last night.
Yeah.
And that it's no accident that she hasn't tweeted since, and she's such an active participant on her
She is
channel,
great.
and it's in a good way. That matchup with her and Stephanie is not on the Clash and Paris website yet. To be fair, the Clash and Paris website is kind of hidden right now. You have to do a little digging if you want to find it on the WWE website. It does exist. We've got the artwork that we put on earlier of the Vincent Van Gogh Fatal 4-Way matchup. But this matchup with Naomi and Stephanie is not listed as an official placeholder yet. And I always felt that was because of Naomi having to defend the title last night. And I expected her to win last night. I didn't expect the match to get canceled like it did.
Do you think the match between Naomi and Iyo Sky will carry over to another week, or will we see that match at all?
I think that's the most interesting thing about this particular storyline going forward is, are we going to see Naomi and Iyo Sky before Clash in Paris, or is that all going to get scrapped? I'm a little bit confused. And I think, like I said, I just don't know if they've revealed enough information of where exactly they're going with all of this. Are we going to see Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley somehow interject themselves into this Clash in Paris matchup? Is that going to become a fatal four-way matchup? It was just a triple threat match.
Yeah,
and
so,
I feel like Naomi has beaten them twice. You know, she did cash in at an opportune time, and then she did successfully defend against both of them at SummerSlam, and it was a pretty clean win. It was one of the better matchups, and she, you know, Rhea and Iyo Sky eventually destroyed each other to the point where Naomi could steal that win, much like we talked about Seth Rollins having an opportunity to probably do at Clash in Paris in his own fatal four-way matchup. But anyways, yeah, this is exciting. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see where they're going with all of this, Nika.
Me too.
All right. I want to turn our attentions really quickly to this weekend, and we have an event actually in the WWE orbit happening called Triple Mania 33. This is happening Saturday, August 16th, and that is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And anyways, at this event, we have the AAA Lucha Libre Worldwide title on the line. And what's interesting about this is three of the roster members from Raw, El Grande Americano, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and Dragon Lee are all competing in this matchup. Now, they are all Lucha Libre wrestlers. I mean, maybe El Grande, depending on who's under the mask.
Yeah.
We don't know all those details yet, but we kind of do. Anyways, this is fun, and I'm kind of curious to tune into this. You should know that if you want to watch it, you can, because it's free on YouTube, and you can just watch it on your TV through the YouTube app or your phone or wherever you happen to be, and you don't have to pay a dime for it, which is a pleasant thing these days in WWE orbit.
Yes.
And this event is also live in Mexico City, so pretty cool that we get to see an event from their side of the fence. I want to see how it looks over there and how the fans react and interact with each other. We saw that Lucha Libre event sort of happen before Money in the Bank. I think that was the last time we saw a Latino geared event in Los Angeles. So this one will be interesting to see from Mexico City. But Nika, I'm just asking here, we know nothing about El Hijo del Vikingo. And if you do not know Spanish, that means the son of the Viking. So the son of the Viking here will be taking on Dirty Dom, Dragon Lee, and El Grande for the AAA Mega Championship is what it's called.
So this is each man for themselves?
It is, yes. This is also looking like a fatal four-way matchup.
Okay, so it's a preview for what might happen later in Paris.
It is, yeah. In case you missed Raw, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano were tag team partners last night, and I feel like it was a little bit of a chance for them to get familiar with each other before this matchup. A little tune-up, yeah.
So who do you think is going to come on top of this match? And I'm going to go with Dom, actually.
You think Dom's going to win another title? Well, I think that's interesting. Part about this is, are they going to bring this AAA Mega Championship belt into WWE programming, even if it's just for a little while, and sort of raise the stature of Lucha Libre, AAA, all this brand that comes along with it, you know?
Maybe because it is a popular subject. The
Elevation
masks,
by association.
And the mask and the costume. Look how popular Panta is.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised he's not in this matchup almost.
Well, he's not on the poster. Who knows? He graduated from AAA.
He might be appearing at the event that we just don't know about.
Right.
But I haven't seen any marketing with him in it. Nevertheless, I feel like this is a fun opportunity for El Grande to come out on top.
Which El Grande is going to show up, though?
But it's going to be Ludwig underneath the mask. We've already determined that El Grande and that mask is Ludwig Kaiser. And
I like how you say Ludwig.
I just think it would be funny and help build this, whatever storyline they're building with El Grande Americano. I mean, I don't think we're going to see the return of Chad Gable yet. I heard he was going to be out a little bit longer than this. So that would definitely be like a way too early of a return.
Isn't he a Twins fan?
He is. We'll talk about that another time. Anyways, nevertheless, this is going down. I'm going to choose El Grande Americano to be a surprise victor. But my safety choice here is that the title will just stay with El Hijo del Vikingo, the son of the Viking.
Oh, he's got the title. So he's defending the title.
He is. And that's why I'm asking, do you think they're going to bring this belt onto WWE television for a while just to raise the stature of it? Yeah.
That's why Dom might win it.
Or El Grande.
El Grande, sure.
All right. Well, don't discount Dragon Lee either, but
No?
I'm discounting him. He's not my choice.
All right.
Becky Lynch.
All right.
She had a title defense last night against Maxine Dupree. We saw this set up last week. Becky is going on a bender over here when it comes to being a bad girl. She is displaying a lot of attitude lately. A couple notes. We heard some new music for Becky. I think I don't know if last night was when it debuted or if it debuted the week before. I'm having trouble remembering, but I got to say, I don't like it.
Okay.
I prefer the old music. The new music sounds too cookie cutter. It sounds like too generic, and at least the old music was unique in the WWE space. There's room for different kinds of themes. They don't all have to be heavy metal.
Oh, there are other songs.
I know, but it just seemed like adding another heavy metal song when we had this kind of, I don't know, British ska band, like horns, and it just was a little bit more unique, and stood out from the crowd.
Well, isn't she Irish?
Well, she's something. She's something from that side of the pond. I'll just say a British dialect. I'm not sure which island she comes from. Nevertheless, I don't like the new music, so just wanted to put that on the record. But I do like the new Becky Lynch with the bitchin' attitude, I guess. And just this was a great match in the sense that it put her over as such a bad guy the way she took it to Maxine. Maxine had no business storyline wise being in the ring with Becky Lynch, and that was the point of this matchup.
Yeah,
was basically to show Becky humiliate somebody.
But also, I think it had to do with Natalya. Because at the end, she got punched. And I think that's going to spark a feud between Becky and Natalya.
Okay. It says after a successful defense against Maxine here, who will be next to challenge Becky Lynch? So it sounds like you think it's going to be Natalya.
Well, it's going to be Natalya because we already know Nikki Bella is already challenging her too.
That's why I was going to bring this up, actually, because I'm a little bit confused here. I thought Nikki had challenged Becky Lynch to a title match in Paris.
Right, that's what I thought.
But that hasn't been announced or confirmed or shown on a card yet. And now they're putting out who will be next. And it's like, wait, I thought she was already challenged. And it sounds like you think maybe Natalya could get involved here. Are they pulling a bait and switch?
I don't
did
know.
Nikki have to back out for some reason? Or did she just get burned too badly last week by that?
Don't see me.
I mean, that was a sick burn. You all loved our short that we did on it. I could tell on the numbers on YouTube. So it must have been a popular topic.
Hey, water cooler talks. Who doesn't like rumors and speculation?
Yeah, I mean, is she not going to show her face again?
Nah.
I'm kidding. I jest, but I'm just curious what happened, more than anything, because it just feels like that matchup was almost... at least she was challenged by Nikki, I feel like.
That's what it looked like. And the way they were talking, I thought it was a setup for the next match, and I'm surprised it didn't happen.
Well, and then it says here now they're questioning it again, who will be next. Yeah. So I'm confused. So just wanted to put that out there. I don't know if we're gonna see this title match at Paris or not. Which
is odd because it's intercontinental. You should be challenging somebody like that in Paris.
Yeah, absolutely. So. All right. Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that Becky Lynch is going to take on Nikki Bella in Paris, or is it going to be potentially Natalya? or someone that we haven't thought of yet. Is we did get a glimpse of Bayley last night. I didn't grab any imagery of it, but are they going to renew that feud potentially? Because
Well, we were speculating once that Bailey might turn heel, and
it does seem like it's going in that
direction.
darker of a direction.
And I think it might.
She
We might just be
she
too
didn't give
early.
in to the dark side at SummerSlam. She did interject herself into a matchup that was not hers, and I was a little bit annoyed by that. Especially because she didn't turn. Like
Right.
if she did turn and she interjected, then I was like more on board with it. But nevertheless, it just feels like they're slow playing it for some
Yeah.
reason, and that the turn is happening, and that they've realized they need to do something different with her character. And let's be fair, we need more villainous women in this brand. In this,
Yeah.
like they can't all be good guys just because they're easy on the eyes or whatever.
Yeah, no. You got to play it up a little bit.
Well, Becky's certainly a villain, and she's doing it great, and she needs some company.
Yeah.
Misery loves company.
Let's go with that.